It's the end of the world as we know it, and I feel fine. Let's get out of here. Aye. Hey everybody, it's Aaron from Got a Minute. Let's go. I'm so excited about this eclipse. I got my styrofoam out, got some papers, got some pins, got some markers. I put up the eclipse, the 2024 eclipse on there. I drew there. It's pretty good. I'm going to turn the camera around and show you what I've done. And I'm going to probably just add to this as we go. So we'll talk about that in a second. This is the United States. This is where the 2023 eclipse came from. This is the 2017 eclipse, and this is the 2024 April 8th eclipse, which is going to complete this Alef formation. Down below, I've got a chart here of about 20 spots where I put pins. So if you guys recognize that I forgot to mention something important, this is going to be an ongoing thing leading up to April 8th. So, all right. So this pin right here, this is Salem. So the first eclipse in 2017 went through a bunch of places called Salem. And so I'll name them. So here's Salem, Oregon. Here is Salem, Idaho. Here's Salem, Wyoming. Here is Salem, Nebraska. Here is Salem, Missouri, right here. Salem, the next Salem would have been in South Carolina. So there you go. The 2017 goes through all Salems, and that's important because it's Jerusalem. Salem. Really awesome there. Okay, so the next thing that's really cool is the Nineveh. But what we have here is the orange ones. They're not as perfectly lined up, but they're still going to be at like a 90% view or higher of the eclipse. So here's, again, these pins are obviously not completely accurate. I tried my best to be as accurate as I possibly can, but they might be slightly off here and there. But this is Nineveh, Texas. Oh, and here's Nineveh, Missouri. So the 2017 would have went through that, Nineveh. And of course, the sign of Jonah. Jonah told Nineveh to repent. So that's perfect. So there's your Nineveh, Missouri. Then there's your Nineveh, Texas. Then that's where the 2024 one will be going through. The next one is Nineveh, Indiana, right here. The next one is Nineveh Township of Ohio. And then the next one is Nineveh, Pennsylvania. Just a little bit outside, but still pretty good, pretty much in the path. Nineveh, New York, just a little bit outside, but still on the path. And Nineveh, Nova Scotia, somewhere in this ballpark over here. So lots of Ninevehs going this way, and lots of Salems going that way. Okay, so then the other cool thing here is Alpha, Kentucky. Okay, so the 2017 goes through Alpha, Kentucky. I'm the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. And the Alpha, it's really pretty much in the center of this whole thing. So here's Alpha, Kentucky. Where's Omega? You know it. Omega's in Illinois. Are you kidding me? I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. Oh, yeah. So the blues, there's your Alpha, there's your Omega. Okay. Omega, Illinois, and Alpha, Kentucky. Alpha, Kentucky, and Omega, Illinois. And then over in this area, there's another Salem, Illinois that I forgot to mention. So that's right smack dab in the middle. So we got a Salem in there. We got an Omega in there. We got an Alpha in there. It's awesome. Okay, what else do we got? We've got Kerrville, Texas. This is where that garden is, the Coming King Sculpture Prayer Garden. I did a live stream on that before. Might have to bring that up again. But this is where the 2023 and the 2024, that's where they intersect. And the center of that is a place called the Coming King Sculpture Prayer Garden. So you could check out my live stream from a while ago, covered that. But or you could just check out websites. I'm sure you'll be able to find it. Again, it's called the Coming King Sculpture Prayer Gardens, where there's a bunch of crosses and statues that bring up biblical stories. And so that's there. Perfect. And then, of course, finally, what I have here, number 20, is the New Madrid seismic zone, or the New Madrid fault. So this is, again, when there was two eclipses, I think it was, I said it before, in the early 1800s. I forget the actual years. I made a video on this recently. I think it was like 1811, 1812 or something. But there was an eclipse in a similar pattern, and then the massive earthquake happened. And so this highlights the New Madrid fault line. If there is a massive earthquake here, like an 8 or even like a 7.5 or higher, I mean, the U.S. is going to be toast, really, in a nutshell. If it's an 8 or higher, it's just like infrastructure disaster. And so the other interesting thing about the 2024 eclipse, April 8th, is it goes through 3 countries. This, by the way, Alaska isn't here; it's over there, but you know, Mexico's in this area. But so anyway, it goes through Mexico and the States, and a little bit through Canada. So this eclipse is pretty much the eclipse of a lifetime. Like pretty much almost everybody in North America will be able to see at least a portion of it. The weakest will be over in this area, but they'll still see like a 10-15% of the eclipse. Anyone from like in this zone right here will see like at least 50% or more of this eclipse. And so the next time that there's an eclipse, a substantial eclipse over North America, I believe it's 2045. So this is like the eclipse of a lifetime, and it completes the Tav. And there's Alpha and Omega. This is substantial. This is really big. So we'll be talking about this more and more as time goes on. If this is the sign of judgment, I really hope you consider Christ. I really, really do. If you're not tight with Christ, as I say, please get tight with Christ. Enter into a relationship with Jesus Christ. Accept the free gift of salvation on the cross, and you shall be saved. Romans 10:9-13. Lots of other verses in my description box. And I pray you have an awesome day. And you know what? Jesus is coming back. He certainly is. That's a guarantee. The question is, are you ready?